And we're live. Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. As I like to say, happy Friday Groove Day. It's about getting into the weekend and enjoying ourselves. And look who we have today. I don't know if
Hi,
this lovely lady needs an introduction, but we have Linda G., the Comanche Psychic. Welcome, Linda.
hi. Thank you so much, Sonya, for inviting me.
Oh, thank you for being here. So tell us, do you have anything new that's coming up? I know you were just up in San Francisco. It looks like you
Yeah,
had a
Mel
fabulous time.
and oh God, Kevin Lewis. He's so sweet.
Yes, he is.
You got to put insulin in your veins to talk to him for very long. So, but it worked out. It worked out well. It was one room divided into three groups. I probably wouldn't do that again because you ask only the three teachers to be talking because people could
Mhm.
tape their events, but people were sitting in the same place and getting bored and talking amongst each other. So waiting for the next person to have their.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. But
But it was
overall,
fun. It was fun. I'm going to do the Utah event with Kim and Deborah. In fact, I'll be on tonight with Freebird Spirit.
okay.
And
Awesome.
that was nice, getting invited and not have to be doing anything except showing up. I'm not even doing readings. They gave me a 2-hour slate to chit chat. I got no problem talking about myself.
Okay. But we're here for it. So it's all good.
Enough about me. What do you think of me?
I think you are a amazing psychic. The thing that I love is just the love that you provide for everybody, and yeah, it's genuine and much appreciated. So,
And
um, and look, and your people go where you go. So, welcome everybody.
you know what, Sonya? That group, the community are fantastic.
Yes, they are. Yes,
People
they
are
are.
really, really nice. I mean,
Yes.
I can't believe the love and how they just, everybody just wants to be calm. They don't want to go in the madness.
No, who wants that? It's not fun.
Here I am, sort of a political psychic, but
Mhm.
I keep telling everybody don't watch the news.
Well, it can, it's about balance, right? Everything in life is about balance. So we don't want to do too much of one thing because it can be overwhelming. And you got to take those breaks, definitely from the news. You have to take those breaks. So welcome everyone to Coffee Chat. Typically, I go through and I say hello to everybody in the chat, but we have tons of people. So we're not going to do that today, but I'm going to just do a collective welcome. And what this show is about, it's about collective readings. So it's channeled messages from spirit. I have my little cue cards, I like to call them, my little cards. And I'm just going to pull 3 of those today. But Linda, that's what we're going to kind of gain our message around, those 3 little cards. Now, if you just get a psychic hit of just something that you want to share, or you can pull a few cards to share with the words that come up for today. All right. But before we dive into that, the most important thing, I have to get my coffee or whatever drink, whatever your beverage is.
I can only do 1 cup, and girl, I couldn't wait till 8:30.
I hear you. It's fine. It's fine. So, of course, I have to do a production with my little French press here.
Your little French thing. That actually is the best. I had a boyfriend in Edinburgh, Scotland, that used that, only had it that way. It really is delicious.
Oh my goodness. Yes, it is. And I also, in celebration of the fall equinox that's happening tomorrow, got my little fall mug here, my fall colors. So I'm ready. I love the fall. The fall is my favorite season, I think.
Me too, because we're getting in the cool and it's not too cold.
Yes. Yes. So I'm going to let her cool for a second because I'm not trying to burn my lips here. And let's dive in, shall we?
Okay, girlfriend, you tell me.
All right, here we go. So the first card that we have pop out is Journey. Spontaneity. I love that word. And respect. So journey, spontaneity, and respect. If you want to pull some cards, go ahead and pull 3 cards. Or if you automatically have a message or a hit that you would like to share, go ahead. I usually use my oracle cards, but you can use tarot cards. Whatever
Ask
feels
my
good to
guys
you.
what message they want to bring to others.
Yes. Messages for the collective.
What do you want to tell everybody? Look at your feet. By that, they're meaning don't be looking ahead or behind you. Look at your feet. Stand in the present. And know, it's a rough ride right now, they're telling me. So, what do you want people to know? So be careful about being attached to social media or money. Breathe and allow well-being, because vibrationally you can't create what you want if you're not a match. So this means be careful about being attached, even to people. Sometimes we get too attached to people. And this is investing in a new skill or investment. Don't linger in the bad news. Go towards some new beginning. Okay, what else do you want to tell them? Ooh, another hyocardia. Yeah, this is also don't rush. Homeostasis, allow, the chariot. Yin yang. That's how our body works. It has to have a homeostasis. If it's not, it messes up. So this is good.
Nice. All right. So what I have for journey, it's about, taking your time, really thinking about where you're going. And I like how you see how she's resting, she's getting that time, but yet you can also move forward. But it's important. Again, we have like balance here. We have the dark, the light, it's duality. So creating that balance, but switch it up a little bit with spontaneity. Things get dull, routines get dull. So yes, we gotta shake it up a little bit, everybody. But also taking that time. This is this says dessert, solitude. It's about taking time out for yourself. So yes, again, we have that duality. We have the spontaneity, but also taking time for self, and then to just respect the process, respect what your body needs, what your mind needs. And here we have the darkness card and coming in with the moon, but you see the contrast between the light and dark, again, bringing that balance in. So it's really important to bring that balance. And as Linda said, just to take your time, just to not feel like you have to rush through things and overdo things. So, oh, thank you, Luana. It's really important. So that's that message there.
That's an excellent message. But there was something you were saying about the time to take for yourself. To people with young children, they're little psychic vampires. And the women that are in relationships, or men that are in relationships that can just drain you.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
you have to pour into yourself first before you can pour into others.
And the thing I found out through the years is that when you ask to be connected, when you give your spirit soul to the realm and say, I want to be your handmaiden, I want to do the work that I agreed upon when I came here. Once you say that, they don't let you go. You can do all kinds, you can change your mind, but they always manage to put you back into the direction you promised. It's so funny. When I look at my own life and the times I was like, yeah, well, whatever. Maybe it didn't happen fast enough, or I wasn't sure what was going on. Oh boy, they even gave me cancer. You see what I'm saying? They will make it happen. So sometimes when things are unexpected, it's actually like my last ex-husband. When that ended, it was such a surprise. And then my friends would say, didn't you listen to what you were saying? You were saying how miserable you were.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that my thoughts and my words were creating exactly what I wanted.
Absolutely. We are the creators of, of the story that we want to create for our lives. So be careful what you ask for.
Be careful with your words and your thoughts, because they're energy.
Yes. Absolutely. All right, awesome. So the name of my channel, what is that? Sacred Hag is Sonya Rain Lee. And if someone could put that in the chat, that would be great. If coffee chat resonates you, sometimes it's me, sometimes I have guests every Friday at 8:30 a.m. Pacific time. Would love to have you join. So please
How much some of
subscribe.
that coffee you have? I bet you that's good coffee.
My coffee, I have actually I'm sold, I like the Starbucks espresso brand. So I just buy the grains whole and I grind down my grains every morning. And I like it nice and fresh and
Oh, I bet.
strong.
My friend, a fireman who I met up at Sedona, he and his wife have a coffee place in Florida, and he sends me his new brands. And this is Linda G blend, and it says, "Caution, warning: drinking this coffee may result in seeing future events."
I saw when you post. Yes, that is awesome. I love it.
His phone number, you guys, if you want to order, 407-474-9224.
I might have to order that. That sounds really good.
I'm not even trying to plug him. He didn't ask me to plug him, but he's so generous. So he sent me this. He sent me different types. It's actually pretty good, but it's already ground. I don't know. You can.
It is ground. Okay.
Bean. I'm sure you can.
I'll check to see if he has the whole bean because that's the preference, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have inspiration. Growth. Oops. Oh, look what popped back out. Journey.
Cool.
So Journey came back out again. We're looking at inspiration, growth in Journey.
You know what I was thinking as soon as you said that?
Mm-hmm.
How long have you been on YouTube?
Oh, gosh. I've been on for a long time. At YouTube, it started out as a project for me. So a lot of my stuff in the beginning was not really publicized. So it was just for me to kind of play around, get comfortable being on the camera. But it's been a few years.
Okay. I think I started in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And I started because I was told to do it. But Kirsten Langston, as far as I know, there was probably other psychic readers, but she was the first one I knew that caught my interest. And then I started too. And then people remember that I said, "Come on, you guys, get on board. Let's start." But it just turned out like wildfire. I'm not saying I was the cause, but I'm just saying, like a lot of people, I'm sure even with you, say they get so anxious and then they listen to a reader and feel a little better, but getting a better perspective. And I don't care if you're a Trumpster. There's readers out there that love Trump too. Right. So it's the whole thing. It seems to have brought us, especially during COVID, brought us as a community together.
Absolutely.
And everybody loves the readers, and I get emergency emails, so-and-so had this happen or that happen, and you want to send out prayers and
Absolutely. And the best thing is too that there's, with all the readers that are out there, there's someone for somebody. So that's the beauty of it. And that's what I enjoy, that there's a little something for everyone. And
exactly.
So all right, I'm gonna just quickly pull. Do you have any other messages on this?
Just when you said that, that's each
what hit.
Card represented.
I love that.
I just saw a man standing next to you.
Mm-hmm.
A beautiful man, actually. And he just told me as clear as day, I could hear it. He said, "Sonya is a child of God, a definite follower of the realm." I just heard that. Maybe he's a guide or something.
It could be, or maybe possibly. The first hit I got was my great-grandfather.
He felt like he was related. And, he's not old because he's in the realm now.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a kindness to his face.
Mm.
He's
around me a lot, so that wouldn't surprise me.
And he worked hard in his life, right?
Yep. Yes, he did.
He suffered, but he's talking about you, he's around you, girlfriend.
Oh, That makes me happy. Thank you. So for inspiration, I have dive deep and what are different ways that you can get inspired and feel good about life? There's so much that we can be doing. Granted, there's a lot going on in this world and it could be very, very heavy, but that we shouldn't lose that spark that's within us. Okay. It's about really shining our light. That's part of our growth process, right? Letting that light shine. And there's an innocence to that, right? And for me, what comes up with this is the inner child, taking care of your inner child. That's important. I know I set play dates with my inner child. I will go and play because it's important. And a lot of our stuff that we're dealing in our adult life, for many of us, is stuff that's come from our childhood, and it's about continually healing that aspect of us. So take care of your inner child, and there's a gentleness that's there in our journey, right? We have to
Yeah.
be gentle with ourselves. So bringing in that gentleness and taking care of our beings, of this vessel, it's really important. So that's the message that's coming through. And uh, yeah, it's like, right now they're showing me like kids kind of like playing, doing Ring Around the Rosie. And
Right.
remember that, Ring Around the Rosie, and going around. And it feels so good just to have that energy. So making sure that you find that energy. And
And
that's that
remember,
message.
you guys, in your suffering, you will see God. Because the
Mhm,
suffering, actually, I know it's terrible. You can't keep away from suffering.
mhm.
Suffering, it's that yin yang thing. You cannot laugh all your laughter until you've cried all your tears, as
Yeah.
Cahill Gibran says. So it's and also if you there's people I've read that have had the worst childhoods that really didn't know love and absolutely for the life of them can't manage to feel joy. And the only thing I can tell them is ask for help
Yeah,
and always be in grace for what you do have.
absolutely.
But if you're really not getting it and you're not feeling it and you want to know why all these people are getting it, feeling, but you're not, ask
Mhm.
and ask with your whole heart. Say, look, please help me help myself. And then watch what happens.
Yeah, the way will be shown. So, but you have to also be open and willing to receive.
That's the hard part with
Yep,
people who are self-critical all the time.
absolutely.
They create a wall.
Mhm, mhm.
Remember, that which is like unto itself is drawn. You cannot be what you're not vibrationally.
Yes. Oh, I love that. All right, let's see what else we get here. We have discovery.
Ooh.
Mhm. Oops. And courage.
I like your nail polish color.
Thank you. Yeah, it was so funny. I was sitting in the nail salon and the woman next to me was getting this color. Like, Olive, what color is that? So I ended up getting the same one. And simplicity. So we have discovery, courage, and simplicity.
Well, the simplicity is what I tell everybody all the time. Get out of your own way.
Hmm.
We're so reactive, and we're always fear-based. That's very hard.
Yeah,
So keep it simple as best as you can, and know that this too shall pass. Things are going to be good.
absolutely. And there's so much to discover too, as well. Um, Again, that's going back to that first reading of shaking things up and not keeping a routine. Routines are good. I'm not poo-pooing on routines, but it's good to shake things up every once in a while because it can get stagnant and nothing can really grow from that. So you want to allow yourself to switch things up a little bit.
Yeah, motion is being with the living. And
Absolutely.
there's people out there that can't physically be in motion. They're crippled for some reason. But I'm
Mhm.
talking about motion of the spirit. Consume more information. Keep in motion.
There's so much power in that, in keeping in with motion. So
Yep.
much power. So tapping into that power. And when you have that motion, opportunity opens up. There's so much opportunity that's available. And it doesn't have to be something huge. It can be like little things. And as you're going through the movement, keep it simple. Don't
Yeah,
complicate. We as human beings, we like to complicate things, and it's like we don't need to. But you also need to learn to take risks a little bit too. And that's the scary part. There's a lot of fear in taking risks. But how are you going to know if you don't step into
exactly.
that? Yeah.
Exactly.
So allow yourself to really step into your power and discover what's out there for you.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's see what else we have here. All right. Oh, thank
Yeah,
you, Brad, here, Dave.
Roxana said life has a way of shaking things up, boy, but they only do that because you're not in the right direction.
You need to pay attention to what's
People
going on.
get confused about endings of a relationship. They get so overwhelmed with grief. And,
Mhm.
and if you trust and say, okay, obviously you're telling me I have this new direction, it usually happens.
Yeah. And trust me, there's been many times in my life where things were just shaken up really hard. And I'm like,
And you're like, what the?
what is going on? Like literally had the rug pulled from underneath me. But now that I'm in a better space to understand what happened during those times, I'm like, oh, okay. A lot of it around relationships, like literally I had the rug ripped out of me and, my heart broken. And you're just sitting there like, I don't understand, why did this happen? And I mean, we're talking big stuff here too.
Yeah.
But now I realize I'm a very loving person. I want to, like I'm kind of like the ride or die girl. So I'm holding on to the reins. I was like, we got this, baby. Come on, we can do this. But no, spirit was like, it's time to end this. And so something drastic would happen. And
Yeah.
yeah, but I needed that in order to get out of that because spirit knows, no, she's holding on till till it goes into
You
the
know what?
ground.
You have to mourn. Now, don't be ashamed of mourning. You
Yes,
can
you do.
mourn it if you lose someone. Some people think they're not supposed to mourn, but it's a natural human process. You have to mourn.
Absolutely. There's a beautiful, beautiful book called I think it's called The Smell of Dust or the smell of rain on dust or the smell of dust on rain. I'm getting it mixed up.
Okay.
But the gentleman, it's a beautiful spiritual book, and it talks about mourning and grief, and it's about bringing in praise with grief, and it's really beautiful. He talks about this one moment of going to the ocean to help release. Let me just quickly look.
Yeah, because I'm going to recommend this.
Yes, it's The Smell of Rain on Dust, and it's a book on grief and praise. The author's name is Martin, Martin, Prechtel, Prechdtel. And it takes grief, pain, strife, and other elements of a society in distress and concocts a potion that actually heals those who have ears to listen. It's a very powerful book. One of my mentors had recommended it to me, and I really enjoyed it. So,
Because I have a lot of people in grief that
mhm.
contact me, and I'd love to recommend something for them.
Yes. Hello, everyone who's just joining us. Welcome. This is Coffee Chat. I'd like to say special thank you.
Or your tea.
Yes, grab your beverage of choice. I mean, it might be a little too early for the alcohol, but I don't know.
I'm having my surgery on Thursday, and I got my directions, my pre-op directions. And now, first of all, they sent me this bottle of this stuff that I'm supposed to drink the morning of because they find that post-op, it helps you recover faster. And they even said you can have a cup of tea or whatever. Remember in the old days?
Nothing. Yeah. Well, that's nice. I mean, that nice calming tea.
Yes. They didn't say I could have a chili cheese sandwich, but I won't try to.
You might have to put that off for a little bit, just a little bit. I always
say chili cheese, and it's so funny because I'm older now and my stomach can't handle chili cheese.
Oh, my stomach is so silk. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Well, I already know that everybody already has you in prayer, but I'm just going to say it again. Let's, everyone, let's surround some healing light around Linda for a successful surgery.
I won't know until the day before what time. So I'll text you guys And then if you look at my community channel, my assistant, Daniel, will write and tell everybody she made it or she didn't make it or whatever.
We'll make it. Stop
Oh,
it.
remember, God, I think I'm going to make it, but God forbid something did happen. We never die, so I'll just be out haunting you all.
Who'd like to sign up for a Linda haunting? No, none of that. None of that. You will be fine.
Thank you.
All right. So, oh, look at that. Isn't that funny? Look what popped out. Detoxify. Yes, you're going to release everything. Everything's going to be good there. So,
thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
I needed that.
And we have spontaneity again. All right. I think some of us need to shake things up a little bit more.
It keeps focusing on this.
It is. It is.
That's interesting.
And challenges.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, just right off the bat, I got chills at this. You just need to release. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be released because you're just kind of stuck in the muck. It's like they're showing me this big mud. It's just feeling stuck. And you got to learn how to overcome the challenges and not letting the challenges overcome you. So it's about really being in that space of, it's all about perspective, right? When you really look at it. It's all about perspective. And I had one of my teachers that shared with me once when it comes to challenges to always say, this is the best thing that could ever happen.
I know. And you'll believe it too if you keep saying.
Yes. And what it does is, and I mean, it could be like the worst thing, but when you say that this is the best thing that could ever happen, it opens you up to look at things differently. You're able to find that silver lining somewhere. And it may not be in that moment. It might take a little bit, but just trusting in the process. So
just like being in grace and thanking. You'd be surprised if you thank, even for the little things, like just a roof over my head or my dog's still alive. Those things will accumulate energetically.
Absolutely. I always say every morning I try to get up. I have my journal book, but even if I get lazy and I don't write it down, at least 3 things that you're grateful for.
That's beautiful. That's
it. Just 3.
And may I say too, I was born in 53, so I'm 70 now. Let me tell you what.
You look good, girl.
Oh, thank you. But life is tough on this earth. It wasn't supposed to be. The only way to survive it is disengaging from the realm of this kind of reality with constant, talking to yourself, is to get connected to the higher realm, because look at what we've gone through.
Yes.
And COVID just happened. You got terrible climate changes taking place. We want our kids to be okay. We want our families to be okay, but the universe just keeps slamming us with one thing. The only way to survive it is to surrender and say, fair enough. Tell me what I should do.
Yeah. And the more resistance you create, the harder it gets.
It's really hard. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. Beautiful. I don't need to pull cards on that one. So let's see here. And everyone, I appreciate Linda being here with me this morning. She popped into Coffee Chat, was a couple weeks ago. I was like, Linda, you should come on Coffee Chat. But this is not her morning hour to do live streams. So I am truly grateful.
Kevin Lewis in the house.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
I hadn't seen him for a while. I wonder if he was still alive.
Well, he's alive.
He's
still alive. He's still kicking. He's still kicking. And we're happy for that.
Very happy. Has he been on your Coffee Chat?
Not on Coffee Chat. He's been on my channel before, but yeah, Kevin, I got to have you on Coffee Chat.
He wants to have her on coffee. I wonder if he drinks coffee. Yeah, I think
Kevin's a tea drinker. I don't know if
he's a tea drinker.
Yeah, he may drink coffee. I don't know. Kevin, let us know. Curious minds like to know.
I see Strawberry Rhubarb.
Hey, guys. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Shining Hot.
Hey, Tony.
Pebbles.
Oh, thank you. You have a good day, too. Hi, Pebbles. Linda, Liza. Aloha, Liza.
Wildfire Wind. Beautiful.
We have Rest.
Okay, that's, Because some people get, like I used to do that. You go, especially when, like I said, when you got those little psychic vampires, children, you just keep in motion for them. It's very hard to stay grounded.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. Mine, well, she's 21 now, but when she was little, but it's a whole nother energy when they turn 20.
Oh, tell me about it.
Oh, it's that hard part where they're like, I don't want to be a grown up because I still want to be a kid. And it's, now some 21-year-olds are good, but
that nurturing mommy.
Yeah. Yeah. That one's look as challenges.
Challenges.
And acceptance. There you go. So we have rest, challenges, and acceptance.
Man, those cards just speak to you.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So that's our theme for today. Be sure to get your rest. If you start feeling overwhelmed, just rest.
Mm-hmm.
I could never, because I was a night nurse, PM shifts. Sometimes it didn't get home till 7:30 the next day. I just had a hard time sleeping during the day.
Mm.
And now I got no problem with it. I can lay down and take a little siesta.
Ooh, you and me both.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Okay. When it comes to rest, we have to learn how to be more flexible, bringing in more flexibility. And look at those colors, right? We have the fall coming in here.
Yeah.
They're perfect for the equinox. So it's about taking that rest. And when, dealing with challenges can bring many wonders as well. And again, as in the previous reading, it's about looking at your challenges a little bit differently, changing that perspective,
Exactly.
and accepting, learning it's hard to move forward when you can't accept where you are.
Exactly.
So we have to learn how to accept where we are, and there's a stillness in that. Mm-hmm. So finding out what those lessons are and really being still and looking at your challenges. I know sometimes when I wake up and I'm feeling like really off-centered and maybe angry or sad or whatever it is, I will just sit there and really examine that. Okay, what's wrong? What's going on here? But right, we have to take those moments to understand what we're going through, and learning to accept it. I mean, there's just some days I'm like in a mood and I'm like, okay. I mean, I'm not going to take it out on anybody else, but I'm just going to take that moment and just say, all right, it's just one of those days. I'm in a mood.
Eckhart Tolle talks about, when I used to listen to him, he put me to sleep all the time. But then when I had my awakening, all of a sudden what he said was just vibrationally a match. And one of the things he said, when you breathe at least 3 deep breaths a day, it doesn't matter what time of day, every day for a couple of months. He said the breathing, when you're breathing in deep, you're connected to source. Because you're not in unconscious, you're in conscious. Mm-hmm. So every time you connect to source, vibrationally, it lifts you higher and higher. I'm telling you, it works. Yes. I remember being so high listening to him one time driving back from Palo Alto where my dad was dying. The inside the car, there was like a light hue. It was dark outside, but there was a sort of a light. And I don't even remember going home. I was high as a kite. And it wasn't because I was high from anything except God. Mm-hmm. Weirdest thing.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
But breathing connects you to that's why they believe.
Yes, it does.
You don't have to do or any of that stuff. Mm-hmm. But let me tell you, the less you come out of thought and be present, the more your connection is heard. Vibrationally, you can't connect to the realm. That's what I used to tell people before I was woke. I used to tell people, think of God as the master computer or whoever you believe in. And every time you ask for something, remember that if you keep changing your mind or getting impatient, you mess up the ability for it to give it to you. You have to be in just standing still.
Yes. So. Oh, gems. True gems. I love that. All right. Yep. Got flexibility again.
There you go.
Oops, too many fell out there. Oh, oh, Spirit speaking today. We got Journey again.
Allowing. Exactly, Lisa.
Okay. Rest again.
Sure, emphasizing on.
And look what's on the base here. Simplicity.
It sure is emphasizing. And you guys, if you want to read more about what Eckhart says, this is, oh, hi, Taro Stash.
Hey, Journey.
This is in Eckhart Tolle's The New Earth book. And he talks about, just stand in the realm and watch what happened.
Wow. So yeah, flexibility, journey, and rest. Guys we got to learn to bend a little bit more.
Yeah.
I'm just laughing with the card that just fell out after when I said that. I said, you got to learn how to bend a little bit more. And we got the fox. We need to learn to become more adaptable to our situations and things that are going around us. Yes, it says even at the bottom, adapt to changes that are happening.
There you go. My sister has a mother fox and 2 little babies in her backyard.
Oh, how cute. Oh. Yeah. Here we go. Another adaptability card. We have the monkey, ingenuity. The situation calls for adaptability and innovation.
Oh, okay.
And then when we learn to grow with that, and as Linda says, as we connect and we're asking for what it is that we want, that's when we should open ourselves open to the abundance. We have the buffalo here. You are provided for in all ways. Trusting and believing, but also be grounded in gratitude for what you have.
And we as humans can't help it. I was raised in a house of fear, and that fear-based stuff will kill you. I'm telling you. Mm-hmm. And you fear this, and you fear lack, and you fear what happens next. And it took me several years of practice to be able to finally, when I feel it coming up, I reject it.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. All right.
I love those little cards.
These are really simple. I saw someone with them and I was like, oh, I can make those oracle cards. But they're off of Amazon. They're called contemplation cards. And what I like with them, if you don't want to use them as oracle cards, you can do a word for the day. And what it has is a little frame.
Oh, isn't that something?
Isn't that cute?
That's cute.
I think it's like $13 or $14. But yeah, you can do your word of the day. But for me, I use them as my little oracle cards.
And do you do it every Monday that you have your coffee thing?
Every Friday morning. Yep.
Every Friday morning.
Every Friday morning. So if you just want a time to relax and get your message for the day, the messages from Spirit to go into the weekend, that's what we do here on Coffee Chat. And everybody, we get together, we have our coffee or tea or whatever the beverage is. And yeah. So yeah, please subscribe. Would love to have you all join me for Coffee Chat. It's a good time. I enjoy it a lot. And then of course, I had the other channel with the Soul Sisters Tarot on Tuesdays with EQ, and that's every other Tuesday that we're doing both.
Sedona.
I know she did. I know, and I got to see all the pictures and hear all the wonderful things you all did.
And did she? Is she back from Egypt?
From Greece, yeah. Egypt was last year. Yeah. She has. I will tell her to send it to you. She has this photo of where she took of one of the temples, and her mother took the same picture, and there was her mother's picture is plain, but her photo, it looks like two people coming together praying. It's a shadow. Yeah, it's really, really cool. I'll tell her to send it to you.
Send it to me. Yeah.
She might even be on here. I don't know. Are you in here, EQ? I haven't seen her.
Hey, Kathy.
Yeah, thanks, Darren. Yeah, I love these little cards. They're cute.
Hey, Lisa.
Look what fell out again. Detoxify. All right,
Okay.
people, we got to let some of this stuff go that you're holding on to.
Hi, Dave. Wildfire. I like the wildflower.
I
I like.
love that name. Hey, Katie. Hey, Lisa. Lisa Foster. Oh, you don't see her. Okay, no worries. I'll let her know.
Tell her, Lisa. Tell her we were talking about her.
Ooh, look at that. Play. Ooh.
You know what my idea of a good time is? This is how old I am. Chillaxing in my chair and watching TV. Honest to God.
I love that too.
Just more so chillaxing.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing
And
wrong
boy,
with that.
when I was even 20 years ago, I always was, in motion. Well, I was in motion a lot these past years between
Yeah.
Angel Heart for You and my gigs and reading all the time. I retired. I might actually pick up a couple of months through Angel Heart of readings for a couple of months.
Okay.
Just to get back on the horse and check out how I'm.
So you all heard that first
Yeah,
here.
but I'll announce it. But I have to wait till after the surgery.
Yes. Yeah. Recover first and then figure out what you want to do next. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The last word is curiosity. So we have detoxify, play, and curiosity.
Awesome.
What you got with that, Linda?
Detoxify.
Play and curiosity.
Well, detoxify is doing the rest part where you allow to get rid of the things that are plaguing you on an emotional and spiritual basis. Play is interesting because, over on the other side, they have really good sense of humor.
Linda, look.
Humor.
That's on the base of the deck there.
Laughing really, really helps.
Oh, yes. Love to laugh.
Look at this, 10 of Cups. Being happy, connecting to the realm. The detoxifying, I think, comes with the rest. And what was the last one again?
We have play and curiosity.
No, curiosity gives you strength because it gives you more knowledge.
Love that. Yeah, I have change. These messages are so I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. So it's time to make a change. Yes, you have to detoxify. Let it go.
Motion is life.
Motion is life. Play more. We have honesty. I can always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So being honest about play. Are you getting your playtime? Are you out there playing? Because it's a time you got to play. You got to take care of that inner child, like I was talking about earlier, and just have more fun and get curious about life, right? Get curious about what it is that how you want to, how do you want to play? How do you want to bring in that rest? What is it that you need to let go? And doing it all with love.
Right.
And love says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Okay. Right. Again, that's that perspective, bringing that perspective in. So,
and don't you feel like even playing can be these little events that the readers have where there's a group and we all talk to everybody?
Play with your community, play in the community. Yes. And yes, I love it because everyone always has their side chats going on and talking about different things. And yes, that's playtime as well.
Yeah.
Yes. Love it.
I do a prayer thing every couple of weeks, and man, that's powerful.
I know it is.
People need prayer too.
Yes, they do. Okay. All right, let's do one more of these, and then I'd like to end it with a message.
Okay.
For the collective for the weekend that everybody can take into the weekend.
All right, you guys, take it to the weekend.
All right, here we go. Ooh, awakening.
Ooh, that's what's happening now.
Mhm.
Collective realm.
Oops. Authenticity
Okay.
and purpose.
Authenticity. Would you consider authenticity even to be truth?
Yes.
Standing in the truth,
Mhm.
knowing what is real and what isn't.
Mhm. And standing in your own personal truth.
Yes. That's hard for people to do sometimes.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Uh, you know, we have different masks that we wear sometimes because we don't want to be, feel that vulnerability or to put
Right.
ourselves out there in front of others. And yeah, it's just about taking off that mask, being you of who you are. Sorry, go
Yeah.
ahead, Linda.
And also, a balance.
Yes.
Justice means balance. It's a Libra card.
Hmm.
So being, looking at both sides, moving forward, maintaining a homeostasis. Like your body has to maintain a homeostasis or it'll get sick.
Yep.
So
Love that.
let's see what you get.
Okay.
Thank you, Connie. Hey, peace on earth, Darren.
Okay. Awakening. It's about being in the flow.
Ooh.
And this says, when I'm in the flow, magic happens. And I always like to say, let it go and let it flow.
That's not, didn't Dave Mason do a song about that? Let it go.
Oh, am I stealing somebody's stuff?
No. This is back in the 80s, Dave Mason.
Okay. And look at this. I love this. The authenticity. We have the infinite self. My infinite self dwells in the sweetness of this very moment. So yes, authentically being you. And look at the butterflies, the transformation
Beautiful.
that's taken there.
That's
So,
gorgeous art too.
oh, I love these. These are the Soulful Woman.
Awesome.
This was actually one of my first Oracle decks. I absolutely love it. Love these cards. And then with purpose, we have the inner guidance system. The best answers always come from the calm, radiant place within me. I wait for these with joy. And look how powerful that card is. So
Boy,
yes,
that inner guidance system, that's connection to the realm. That's
yeah,
your little God source right there.
absolutely. Okay. All right. So we are going to pull one card for the weekend. I'm going to do my messages from spirit, whatever card you want to pull, Linda, and give a message for everyone so they can head off into this beautiful fall weekend. Even though here in Cali, it's still a little, well, we got cooler weather. It's a little cool.
Whereabouts are you?
I'm in LA. You're further up. Yeah, I'm in LA.
It was in the 40s this morning and the 60s, and we're going to get rain Monday.
Oh, I hope we get rain. I want rain. Yeah, it was when I woke up, it was 59. I'm not sure what the high is today, but it's been like in the high 70s.
Did you get the smoke coming down from Oregon?
Not so much, no.
It makes me nervous because it reminds me of the days of Armageddon here with the big fires. But we got a thick blanket. It wasn't a shutdown, but it was like, asthmatics better take care. But it's finally dissipating.
Wow. Oh, good. Yeah, when I was back east visiting my family in New York State from the fires from Canada, it was.
Oh, I heard that was bad.
It was really bad. I went for a walk one day. I literally had to turn around and got like my eyes were burning, and it was bad.
Dan lives in New Jersey, and he said, everybody had to have their fans on or their air. I guess air conditioners help clean it out. So,
oof. Okay, go ahead. Pull one card. Oops.
Me or you?
Yeah, both of us.
Okay. Ace of Swords. Inspiration, a new journey, and cutting out the old. Bringing on the new.
Love that.
Remember that you guys have power. You have power to create this well-being, even with this nation. Don't think that you're subject to whatever they're telling you. You vibrationally wish for well-being wish for good news, wish for a wonderful White House, and watch what happens.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm just gonna have to put on the glasses because I can't see.
Okay.
So this is our message from that we got from Spirit. This is called the postcards from Spirit.
Okay.
It says, "Dearest you, selfless giving is an elixir so sweet and life-giving and amazing that it should be customary for everyday living. Right now, generosity is being asked of you. Let go of a debt release or an let go of a debt release and obligation, or do a solid kindness for someone you know other reason than as an exercise of the heart. You will be surprised how quickly a generous heart is repaid. We know it often doesn't happen in the immediate exchange, so temper your expectations. Know that life has an uncanny way of sending miracles seemingly unrelated to your kindness, yet interconnected in magical ways. The
Mhm.
more you act from generosity, the bigger your heart grows and the more love and abundance you will experience. We also know that someone could be entering your life with a generous offer for you. Take it and trust it. Trust you are worthy and deserving on it, deserving of it. Excuse me. You have to receive, not just give. And didn't we talk about that
Yeah.
earlier? About you
And
have to be open.
unconditionally.
Yes,
Giving
absolutely.
is giving if you expect something in return.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot the last part. We love you so much over here. Yay. Linda, thank you so much for joining me this morning. This was a lot
It
of
was an
fun.
absolute honor. And we'll do this again after post my thing.
Yes, let's focus on getting you well first.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Okay, beautiful.
I'll be kicking butt if not.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning, and have a wonderful weekend. Be safe and as be kind. So,
Be kind.
yes,
Thank you,
blessings.
guys.
All right, bye bye.